Hey Stone, it's Micah Collins here today, and in this video, I'm going to show you all the 3 things that y'all can do today to help bring in more customers to your business every single month. So, most likely you're sitting there asking yourself, why would somebody like me be doing this? What's really in it for me? Well, the truth is that oftentimes in the world of the internet, most of these local business owners, like gutter businesses or roofing businesses, they just don't have the time or the resources to figure out how they can get more leads online consistently. So I have found that by giving people an easy, free attack plan of actual things their own company can do for themselves, it results in some of those local business owners at the end still raising their hands and being like, you know what, Mike, I like you. Why don't you just do this for me? So Stone, if by the end of this video you like what you've heard, you can see I have a whole lot of tricks up my sleeve that can help impact your business. Just shoot me a quick message and we can chat. Or if simply you'd rather take this free attack plan and implement these things yourself, I'm totally cool with that, whatever's best for your business. So, Stone, without any further ado, let's hop right in. So, first thing I want to go over with you today is your content. Now, most business owners know that they need content on the website, but aren't aware that Google likes to see about 1,500 words of content on their home page. So, you have pretty good content, but I would get just a little bit more and specifically get more targeted keywords here on the home page. If we hop over to your competition here at Tulsa Guttering, they have very similar content just looking through, and but they have specific keywords that Google is finding them for. For instance, Tulsa Guttering is a specific keyword that people are looking up on their phones every single month to look for guttering businesses like yours. Hopping over to a little tool I use, it's called Ahrefs. It runs about a couple $100 a month. You can get it for yourself on Ahrefs.com. But I really like this tool, Stone, because it allows me to look behind the scenes of every single thing that Google's looking at when it comes to ranking. And we can see that you are ranking for 6 organic keywords, but you're getting nobody on your website per month. If we look at those keywords that Google is finding you for, we see Russo gutters. Let me switch it to by location. Russo gutters, we can see that it is a 40 search volume, position 40, way down on like the 7th page or something. And it applies to all of these too, like guttering Tulsa gets searched 80 times a month, 52nd position. That tells me that your content game is not dialed in and Google's not finding you for these things. Why does this matter, you might be asking? If we hop over to Tulsa Guttering Company, we can see that they have 26 organic keywords that they're ranking for, but they're getting 210 people on their website every single month. So it's people looking up stuff like gutter installation Tulsa. So they're getting a lot of calls from these traffic that they are getting. If we look at the keywords, we see gutter installation Tulsa. Let me switch it over to this. We can see that it's searched 100 times a month. They get 42 people on their website from that, and that is because they're on the 2nd position. If we look at Tulsa Guttering, we can see that they have that's a 90 search volume. They're getting 32 traffic on their website from that phrase alone because they're on the 1st position. So now you can start to see the correlation between the words that are on your website to the amount of calls that you get on your phone from online. If we look at gutter installation Tulsa, let's just take this for instance and pretend we're a customer and we just type this into Google right here. We can see the first thing that pops up is the ad section. Now, we know the ads can be good seasonally and things like that, but you don't want them as your long-term game because if your landing page is not dialed in, then you end up burning through a whole lot of cash with Google, and we do not want to do that for our leads. The second thing, if we scroll down past the ad section, is this map pack. And that brings me, Stone, to the second thing I wanted to speak with you today, and that is your citations. If we look at F5 roofing and gutters, we can see their name, their address, which Google considers this as their address for Google profiles specifically. I won't get into the weeds with that, but their address and their phone number. And essentially, we call that the NAP or the NAP. And this is how Google verifies online that you're a legit business and not some hobbyist or fly-by-night. And how this works, I just pulled up a little chart we made on Canva, so don't take that for design tips. But anyways, how this works is every single one of these that you see on here is what we call citations, but you might know them as directories. Google Places, Bing, Yelp, Merchant Circle, Switchboard, Yellow Book, Matchpoint, Yellow USA, Hot Frog, and the list just goes on. And Essentially, what Google is doing is they're looking all across the internet at all these different directories for your name, your address, and your phone number to be consistent on all of these. So what you need to do is get more of these citations than your competition has so that Google trusts you more and therefore puts you higher in the map pack. So the more of these that you have than your competitor, Google will start placing you higher up in the spots and you'll 100% dominate them on the Google Maps space. Now, if we scroll down, this brings me to the third thing I wanted to speak with you today, Stone, and that is what we call backlinks. So, a backlink essentially is like when one website links to another website online. So, I want you to think of it like this. If site A is linking to site B, then site A is giving site B some of its link juice, kind of like a vote of confidence, power passing in Google's eyes, and it gets your website higher up in the organic section. Now, why this organic section matters is because a huge percent of the clicks end up on these regular websites down here. If we go back up here to the ad section, only 10 to 20% statistically go for all these ads. Now, if you look it up, 44% end up going for the map pack, and the rest go down to the top 3 spots. And of course, most of them go for the top #1 spot. So this is a great place to be. You want to be here. And to get there, you need those backlinks I was speaking to you about. And Stone, you just don't want any kind of backlink. You want high relevant websites pointing to your website. So I want you to think of it like this. So let me try to paint a picture in your mind. If you get like a roofing business, a guttering blog business, or something high quality like that pointing to your gutter business, then that's awesome. Google puts a lot of value on that. But if you get like a website, a Russian website, or for instance, Pizza Hut website because you did a job for them, that Google doesn't really pay any like relevance there simply because you don't sell they sell pepperonis and you do guttering. So Google sees no relevance there. It has to be something related to your business. And hopping back over to Ahrefs, we can see exactly which backlinks that you have and what backlinks you're missing. We can see on here that you have 108 backlinks. It's not terrible, but you are getting no one on your website. If we look over on the contrary to Tulsa Guttering Company, they only have 70 backlinks, but they are getting 210 people on their website every single month. Again, Stone, this isn't just one factor. This is to do with two major factors. And number one is your content. Like I said earlier, that content needs to be dialed in so Google starts finding you for the right things. And number two is your backlinks need to be more high authority, powerful backlinks that are relevant to your niche so that Google will start finding you for those things. Now you might be telling yourself, well, Micah, this is great in theory, but how do I actually boots on the ground get this done? Well, I'm going to show you in the trenches exactly how it is done. If we pull up ahrefs.com, just click on that little backlink 70 number. You click on that. We can see every single backlink that your competition has, and we can get those high quality links for ourselves. For instance, if we just scroll down, let's just try expertise.com, just a random one. If we look up this brings us to another person's website, okay? And we scroll down, and here we can see Tulsa Guttering, your competition. See that little visit website? You click on that and brings us to Tulsa Guttering's site, therefore pushing power to their website. Now, how you get a link like this for yourself, see that little get listed in the top corner? You just click on that, put in your business information, and you will get that backlink for yourself. And Stone, all you got to do beyond that is go on here and get every single one of these backlinks for yourself. Just go down the line, get every single one of those, and you will 100% dominate them on Google and start taking back that 210 traffic for yourself on your website. So Stone, once again, we went over the 3 things that will set your company above your competition. Hopefully you can see by now that getting you to the top on Google, it's not magic, it's just a method. And I've shown you that method here today, exactly how to do it, boots on the ground. So the first thing was your content. You want to get 1,500 to 2,000 words of high quality content on your homepage, and you want to have the right keywords naturally throughout, the keywords that people are searching up. Don't put a bunch of them in there, but just put them naturally through the content so it doesn't flag Google. Number two is citations, and you want to have 200 to 300 of those to set your company above your competition in the map pack so that you'll start getting those 44% click through and start getting those calls for yourself. And number 3 was the backlinks, and you want to have more of those relevant websites pointing at you guys than your competition has to set your company above your competition in the organic area so you can start taking that 210 call or 210 people on the website to your website every single month. So now you might be thinking, well, Micah, what now? Well, the truth is, you can take this information I provided you today, Stone, and do this on your own, and I'm totally cool with that. However, if you do want the most fast and effective route, you can just give me a quick call at 918-260-1694. Again, my name is Micah Collins, and that's 918-260-1694. Stone, I hope this brought some value to you, and I look forward to hearing from you, and I hope you have a good one.